When it comes to the welfare of animals, it would be hard to find a more enthusiastic advocate than tonight's Newsmaker. She's the current chairwoman of the North Carolina Animal Federation. This is the statewide organization of animal welfare professionals that pushes, among other things, animal supporting legislation, training, and network. Jessica Arias is also the driving force behind what will be the Piedmont Triad's newest and most state-of-the-art animal shelter. They are the faces of hope. Hope one day not only will they end up in forever homes, but hope they'll enrich human lives.
Because it's not just the animals that we serve in our communities, animals come with people.
And the Burlington Pet Adoption Center serves both. But look no farther than the sign out front. You'll see changes are in the works. This front facade will soon look like this. And on the back side of the building, this sign directs you to the old Burlington Animal Shelter, a 1960s era building that'll soon be demolished and replaced by this modern structure to its right. These new digs couldn't be arriving at a better time. In fact, the place in which I spoke with Animal Services Director Jessica Arias is a conference room that doubles as a community cat room.
And the cats that come into this room are typically kitties that are really scared when they come here, or maybe they don't have fully developed social skills yet, and they need a nice quiet place with windows where they can look outside. So this is the old building.
And this old building, in which the cats are held in cages that are too small and dogs in enclosures that look more like prison cells, illustrates what animal welfare used to be, if you could call it that. I've read where it was built with the idea of containing animals that were public health risks, not the long-term health of animals.
Yeah, in the 1960s and 70s, it wasn't so much emphasis placed on animal adoption as it was animal control and controlling stray animal populations in the community because of the risk of rabies.
Yes.
And so in those days, oftentimes stray pets or animals were rounded up, taken to the pound facility, as they were referred to back then, and euthanized.
It wasn't until the 1990s that adoption, which this new facility is designed to facilitate, became a priority. For instance, there will be plenty of room here for people to get to know the animals.
There'll be a glass door, and then, there'll be a glass front here,
okay,
so people
could walk in here and look. Okay.
Yeah, we really want to encourage people to get into the room with the pet and interact with them and, imagine them in their own home.
This facility will give Burlington Animal Services more than 5,000 additional square feet. There will be an area for the staff veterinarian.
When we have sick pets, those animals will come in here to be treated.
It's kind of like a hospital area.
It is.
Not to mention well-ventilated, less stressful areas for animals to live before they find those forever homes. Should be noted, Arias and her team have, even without this new facility, boosted the shelter's live release rate from 28 to 90% during the last 5 years. Is it unrealistic to think that this shelter would ever be a no-kill shelter?
At 90%, we've met the minimum definition of what that means.
Okay.
I'm always reluctant to use that term because I think it can be very confusing and often divisive.
Okay.
It would be a wonderful thing if people could understand what that meant at a slightly deeper level and really get behind the shelters that perhaps aren't at that 90% threshold yet to help them get there.
Get there, like Burlington Animal Services has done and plans to maintain for the sake of these faces of hope. This $5.5 million building and renovation project's the result of a public-private partnership. Both Burlington and Alamance County have funded most of it. $750,000's come from private donations. The project should be complete by the end of this year. Jessica Arias thinks the facility's 90% success rate is due to many factors, including work with rescue groups and getting the word out, like the shelter's website, where you can see pictures and descriptions of animals up for adoption. For a link to that site, just take the link from this story on our website at myfox8.com.